forget, I know where you were.
1, 2, 3.
There they go. Okay, I don't know if there's a shot of some of that timing equipment, but it's pretty cool. Slip.
That slip may cost them.
Now they have to actually hold on to that top rope.
The third man will have to.
8.44. 8:44.
Okay, because you see that timing, all that timing devices on the track, so they have a very sophisticated system.
That was a nice run for point.
That was a good run. And there's fellows in the truck that read all the times out right away.
Time for Point Pleasant, 6.80. 680.
Races.
As a matter of fact, the next race will start right on the trucks.
All right.
Good run, guys.
Okay.
There's Hamlin, the Beach Boys.
Time for the Beach Boys, 7.49. 7:49 for Hamlin.
Here they go. And thus they skip every other run.
Yes, and try to get up there as quick as possible, so taking every other step does help.
Yeah.
Time for Bernard, 7.05. 7.05 for Rascals.
They have the white flag. Throw was a little bit too much. Yep. It ended up costing Climber, made him slip as it slammed into the arch.
Time for Henrietta, 8.44. 8:44 for Henrietta.
It was a smooth climb.
Not bad.
Time for the slip ropes, 6.22. 6:22.
Very nice run for Smith's part.
See what their time was.
Time for Red Onions, 5.19. 5:19 for Red Onions.
I can see from got a talent of it. Hopefully he'll have a smooth climb here.
Oh, he missed it.
A little fast on a little tough time getting off. I think they had to put a new digger in for the day. I was dug in the past, but not on a regular basis.
Time for Point Pleasant, 8.44. 8:41.
Straight up and down.
Time for the Beach Boys, 6.90.
Very nice climb on that.
Yeah.
They have a decent time.
Time for the Rascals, 6.43. 6:43 for Rascals.
For Western York. So they'll be giving out the early trophy. And here goes Henrietta. A little slip on the climber.
Time for Henrietta, 13.11. 13:11.
As you can tell, 1 a.m. That's from all teams in New York State. We'll have over 60 teams there participating. Smooth climb.
Yeah. Main transit slowpokes. Slowpokes.
Time for the slowpokes. 10.07. 10:07.
Actually, I see a sign across the track about that.
Yeah.
That state tournament. We get a shot of that sometime.
Very nice run.
That was special for it. Right on you.
Should. Really positive record. Nice
General judges. All right. So as we were talking, this could be a new record.
This, yes, as long as the equipment, the ladder, and the truck measure up to what it's supposed to be by the rules, it should be a record.
Now the old record is what?
9.16.
Okay, let's see what they. Okay, we're back, and I haven't heard the results yet.
Well, what's going to happen, they're taking the truck down to the pit area, and they're going to have to weigh the truck and check the fuel to make sure that, again, everything's the legal way. So while they're doing all that, they're going to let the next team run, and I believe...
It's going to be North Greece, Little Squirts.
That I'm not sure. They may not have a seat. Correct. It'll be Point Pleasant.
Okay.
North Greece does not have a C truck, so they're not going to be participating in the C races.
Time for Point Pleasant. 10.35. 10:35.
So in other words, not every team has every truck with the same equipment.
No, most teams, well, I'll explain right after these guys. Nice run for them. They've been in the 11 so far this season.
Time for the Beach Boys. 11.42. 11:32.
Foot race where you may be getting better in to go to a truck race.
Barnard Rascals.
Time for Barnard. 11.62. 11:62.
And another...
Being here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the event today. He sort of helped organize the whole thing. How did we get with the Burn Association?
For years past, the drill team captains have raced at the Western Convention, where it's held in various towns around Western New York. But with the increased speed of the equipment that we have, safety's become a big concern, and we're not able to race in every town like we would like to. So this year, because of where the drill was being held, we weren't going to be able to race with the Western captains, and rather than lose a date, we decided to look into the idea of running a benefit drill to help promote both ourselves and some type of worthy cause to help make some money for them also, and so we could race at least one more weekend out of the season.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. This is just the first time we're doing this, right?
Yeah, this is the first time we're doing this. We don't know if we're going to have the open date to do it again next year. We don't know if it's going to be with Finger Lakes. We started out with Finger Lakes because they're a well-known benefit organization within the town, with Seabreeze Fire Department sponsors a burn walk in the spring with them, and various other organizations have always donated with them, along with Monroe County Fire Chiefs and County Firemen's Association. So we started with them this year, and like I say, we're going to wait and see what happens for next year.
It's a great idea. Thanks, Jeff, very much. Okay. See if I could just hurry go by.
That was Henrietta running. This is C hose, as you mentioned. What you got in this race is 4 lengths of hose. The hydrant in the middle.
Henry's 15.22. 15:22.
It's just one more thing the local committee has to provide.
That's right. Nice hit at the hydrant. Yeah, he got that nozzle line. It was a nice run by main transit. And I don't know if we mentioned the record was 12.47.
Time for the slowpoke. 13.56. 13.56 for the slowpoke.
Nice hit at the hydrant. See if this nozzle man's got the time. He does. Nice run. We might just hear another general judge on this one. It was a very nice run. Both ends.
Can I have your attention, please?
General judges again.
General judges.
Spencer Port again. They're hot today.
Yeah. Not just the weather that's hot out here, right?
That's right.
Well, the old record of 12:47. We'll have to see what their time is. Again, they're going to be measuring the hose inside and out.
Let's check the water again, too.
They will have to check the water, so there will be another delay here while they're doing that.
Looking at the Spencer Port equipment again, because we're having a general judges, Terry.
Yeah, the Western record for this race was a 12:47. The state record for all of New York is a 12:26, and I'm hearing through the grapevine here that it may have just been a state record, which would really be something here for a Western New York team to break the state record.
It's going to take a little time to check everything again, make sure the water was right, the size of the hose.
Right. Like I say, they checked inside the hose and outside to make sure that nothing was put inside or lower than
We'll be checking all equipment on
the
this
inside.
race.
So it is 3
This will be, if
inches
it holds up,
in
it will be
total.
a state record.
Yes,
We're going to
just
check all
told.
the equipment,
State
and
record.
I'll keep you informed as soon as I know what's going on, but they're checking all the equipment, that's going to be a state record.
Wow. Okay, what's going on now is the officials are testing Spencer Port's equipment, and there seems to be some kind of a problem with the hose.
Yeah, what happened is the hose is supposed to be a 3-inch hose. They've got this device to measure the inside to make sure it is a 3-inch hose and nothing was added to it. The device goes in, they open it up, and it's supposed to slide out. Unfortunately, Spencerport had some problems. They couldn't get this thing out. And
Can I have your attention, please?
unfortunately, it's too bad on
Under
the
rule
record
number
run, because it was a state
4.04,
record.
there'll be no time for Spencerport and an illegal hose.
What a shame, after a good run.
In fact, I started in '82 as a fireman, and before that was nice hit at the hydrant. Let's see what we got at the nozzle. Oh, trouble. He got it. Nice, nice. He got the nozzle on, had a little trouble with the target trip. What a nice hydrant hit, though. And he, at the last second, had a nice time getting that nozzle line. Fortunately, he just couldn't get it.
14.06.
I believe they get the flag, and here they come. Hydrant hit, but still efficient. Oh, the nozzle may have missed. Now shut the water off, let them get it on. Send it back. And he got the trip. Again, sometimes you're only given that split second to get that nozzle on, or the water comes through and you got to wait till they shut it off. And that's a tough one.
23:11.
Here they come. Ran by the hydrant. We'll mess up at the nozzle, see if he gets that. He got that on just in time. A little slower than the other teams, but I think they're another team.
7.80. 17.80.
That's a hydrant. And let's see nozzle in. Oh, nice. Got the nozzle on. He had a little trouble with the target. We'll see what they tell us.
9.86.
986 for that. Nice hydrant head there. No, his nozzle slipped. Nozzle slipped as he was ready to put it on. Now it's going to take the time. And it blew off again. It's a problem when you blow off the first time, you try to rush it the second, and sometimes you really don't have it on. Yeah. Not going to be happy with this run.
Time for main transit, 7.86.
That will be interesting because something like that can really take the wind out of your sails. So keep our fingers crossed.
Unfortunately, and you got to do it. It's tough sometimes, but you got to forget about the last race. Another nice hit at the hydrant. Let's see what happens down here now. He's got it on. Nice hit. And as you can see, they did have a replacement nozzle right there that was already colored. So that would have helped.
Time for spend support, 8.26.
8.26.
8.26 for that onion.
Because now we only have to concentrate on the hydrant and not also worry about the...
No time for main transit.
Oh, hang on.
Illegal hose diameter.
We have main transit now been DQ'd for the same reason for illegal hose.
I've never seen that done before until today.
A little skid at the hydrant may cost him a little bit. John Fred's got it on. Nice hit there. So back to where we were, Scott, yeah, it definitely helps when you only have to worry about one position.
11.93, 11.93.
Okay. You can have water.
So far, the best time is 8.26 for Spencer Ford.
Pump at the hydrant before he got it on main. It cost him a little bit, but not too much. Water's there. Too fast. Yeah. Shouldn't take long to get this race going.
I can see it there.
On the inside to make sure, and that's exactly what's supposed to happen. And unfortunately, on two of the lanes, one for Spencer and one for main transit, that did not happen. So you can see teams over here now just checking their stuff to make sure it's all legal. So as I can say, and we're running also.
Oh, there goes the first race.
Henrietta, we got a nice hit at the hydrant. Decent target trip. Again, this one, Nozzleman really has to be aiming and
Time for Henrietta, 10.99. 10.99 for Joe Henry.
Easy off the track.
The slow poke, nice hit at the hydrant. As you can see the water going through, they're trying to get it as straight as possible.
Nice target trip down there. That was a very nice run for them. So far, their fastest, and they've run it 2 weeks in a row, is a 9.76. That race, that was
9.63.
very good.
9.63.
Get down.
Which last week at Seabreeze's tournament, which is not officially over with. They have one race left to run since it rained. They'll be running that today. Well, here comes Spenceport. Let's watch them and they'll finish. Nice hit at the hydrant. Beautiful hit.
See how the hose gets out. Oh, slow target trick. That's going to hurt him.
Yeah, that was Scott Megan at the hydrant again. He's really been very good at it.
10.23. 10.23.
Yeah, you need them too. Okay, here comes row 3. Ooh, slap. Covered.
So continue, yep. Slowed that hose from getting down there, but you're able to cover pretty well. Looks like he's okay. I think he's okay. He's got his feet tangled up in the hose there, but it's coming off.
That's the problem when you're running with it.
12.16. 12.16.
Time so far this season, it's been a 9.52 at the tournament. There was that main transit a couple weeks ago. See if they can improve on it.
Now they run that motor hose race to make up for the one that wasn't run at Seabreeze.
Yes.
Are these the same teams that were there, or?
Yes. The only team that was there that's not here this week is the Dansville Bulldogs. Nice. Here comes Point Pleasant.
Okay, there you go.
Dogs pulling at the hydrant.
Nice hit at the hydrant. Hose is being pulled out nice. It's all in the target. Nice hit at the target. There's the first place run. Excellent. The hose was pulled out perfect. All the way down.
Time for Point Pleasant. 9.75.
Good to see some new young blood out there with the Point Pleasant team, too.
Yeah, we have Pete Clark that just came up this year from the Explorer Post to run on the men's team.
Yes.
And I believe next year we're going to have a couple more moving up.
That's correct.
So what hurts the Explorers is they're moving up in age and they'll be joining the men's, which will really help the men's team get that much better. Smaller hose, they use 1.5 inch and 3/4 hose.
Yep.
Here they use 3. And here comes again.
Hose got tangled up in the gentleman's foot. He was able to just let it go. So slow on the water. Come on. There you go.
Got the target.
That was Hamlin.
Time for the pitch boy. 14.84. 14.84.
Position is as important as a glory spot. You don't do your position right, you don't win.
That's right.
And from a horse pulling the hose out straight to a coupler coupling the hose to the nozzle man picking the target. If you don't do your job, it's important. And
Time for Rascal. 12.03. 12.03. 16.74, and it's held by Spenceport. We're running for last room. The first one for last room.
They're going to call it motor hose replacement.
right, and we're going to run this twice today because
The first team on the line will be the Spenceport Red Onions.
again, the track conditions didn't allow them to run this race. So the first time we watch these teams run, it will be for Seabreeze's tournament. And I believe before they got called on rain last week, Point Pleasant was able to run it, and they tied the record.
This is a good race for Point Pleasant.
Yeah, I think. Yes, it has been. Let's hope we don't jinx them on this. But yeah, and unfortunately, because all teams didn't get to run, that time does not stand. They'll have to rerun it with everybody else today, again, to make sure everybody has the same setup. Again, once the first started trip, they'll shut the hydrant down again, right? That was a nice hit there. Now in this race, the nozzle's already on.
Are you shutting it down there?
Yes, they'll shut it down. What they'll do is put a gate on it at the first coupling. This way you keep water in through the hose at the first lane.
Okay, excellent. Yes.
It's easier to see than to explain. But as you saw at the hydrants, a bunch of the team members get off the truck.
1892.
And they've got the track.
So we may hear something. You don't see him with those fingers up.
Grab your attention, please.
General Judges for Okay. This, last week, they, when they did get to run it, they only tied. Let's see if this week. Well, this could be a shot in the arm for them.
Yeah. They've been hitting this place very well. And if they break this record, Point Pleasant now will have another state record.
Very impressive. Everything.
That running correct, that's when you know it. So hopefully everything will second. And a bad placement lane. They had glass coming out on the track. Now, depending on the length of cleanup time, they can be disqualified. So if it's a lengthy cleanup, they will be disqualified. Oh, we just found out it was the side window that broke on Main Transit's truck. So again, we'll see how long it takes them to clean up and see what's going to end up. They haven't given out the time for that reason. They may end up being disqualified, but as you can see out there, a lot of the teams are helping out to get this track cleared.
It's a mess, yes.
Yes. So the trucks are allowed to, they'll get that 50 feet of momentum on, and when the front tires trip the timing light, that's where it'll start the clock, and that's when the guys can get off the back of the truck or the side of the truck, wherever they're looking. But they have to wait till the timing light starts. Nice hit at the hydrant. We'll see what happens on the targets. Good hit there. This way. See how this goes. Nice hit there. They're right there. Nice target trip there. I wonder. That did look like a good run.
For the red entrance. 16.91. 1691.
Fort Pleasant's been knocking on the door on the record on a couple occasions. They've tied the record once and broke the record once, but unfortunately a rain delay and a water protest, which was allowed, knocked both of them out. We'll have to see if points can break that record and if it can stand. Not the record, but they did get first place so far. Coupling.
So that distance from the nozzle to the target, that's a pretty good long shot for that.
Yeah, it's 150
Time for
feet.
Neil Henry. 11.18. 11.18.
Race, and then you have Smithsburg that has been.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. It's a nice hit at the high. Let's see what the target is. Nice target stuff. This is their race. Could be a very good time.
Time for main Olsen. 6.60.
6.60.
6.60.
Good time for them. 2 lanes in the double jacket. Then you've got horses that just get the hose out, and that may come down onto the nozzle man, obviously, to help hold the hose down because of the pressure that you're at work with. The driver has to come down, put it in neutral, and put the truck into pump gear. So it pumps just like a fire truck. Everybody's job is important. Problems there too. They may not be real happy with this one. They bumped at the hydrant, which means he hit it.
11.99. 11.99.
Light show going on with their V truck there. The crowd a little show. Definitely celebrate very well. Got a little light show going on. We'll see how this goes. We'll bump at the hydrant. Nice target trap. Unfortunately, it didn't get a little bump at the hydrant with great talk. Let's start it.
Time for point movement. 7.22. 7.22.
7:23.
Paper on the track.
There's something.
So it sort of helps people out because they are.
Look more sprayish than some of the others.
Time for the big boys. 1574. 1574.
Final team for this event. They're coming up to the starting line now, and here we go. We'll see what kind of hydrant it is. Looks like a nice hydrant in there. See what this nozzle does. Got a little bit in front of it. A little thick with it, but you can't tip it. Again, it comes down to I know what's going to happen. This is fun. I think they're on top of the hydrants too. Yeah, there's a lot of water at the hydrant. It's a pretty good
Yes, it's not just a little spray that will trip it.
You do need to hit it. Got it. I don't think they're going to be real happy with this time. So far, 32.60. So we'll see. Okay, they're up the ladder, and they start.
Henrietta is only running with 10 men. They must be short, and obviously they probably don't have spectators here to pull out of the crowd. So That may explain why they're not running as good as they used to in this race.
That's about 12 right there.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Okay.
And
Time for Henrietta. 29.11. 29.11 for Henrietta.
there they go. See how their climbing is. Looks nice and smooth. Looks like they're all in position pretty good.
Just took a good rhythm.
Yes. That's going too much.
Hold up.
There you go. Hey, if you notice, the guy that's up at the top of the arch jumping doesn't really look at the barrel. Again, practice and he goes for a race.
23.33.
23.33. It does put some pressure now on Spencer. And here they go. See how their climb goes.
Okay, up the ladder.
Nice smooth climb. They're set. This is going to be a good run.
First bucket.
Now he's keeping the rest of the buckets up on the arch, so they're hoping. There you go. Looked like a very good time.
Excellent.
They had a nice smooth rhythm going, and they had a nice bucket set. Let's see what they do.
Time for Red Onions.
It must be a good time.
21.61. 21.61 for Red Onions.
The North Grease is next.
Right, there they go. North Grease, their best time has been a 28.81.
Make it happen.
They look like they're missing somebody on the ladder.
Well, again, if a person's not positioned, it looks like the middleman may be a little bit lower than what he needs to be, or the top man on the ladder may be too high. But yes, and you can see how the middleman's now straining to get these buckets up to him.
Yeah, they're not that long.
Hold up.
No, they're not. 5 gallons of water.
Time for North Greece. 28.78. 28.78 for North Greece.
North Greece, which ran a 21.61 and main transfer of 23.33. So a point really needs this race. See how their ladder set is. There we go. First man slip. And now that is tough to recover from.
1, 2, 3.
They're doing good. Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And you can hear the crowd getting into it a little bit.
13.
Hold up.
I think this may just cost them. The slip, you'll see, takes a lot of time to
Time for
cost.
point present. 24.15. 24.15.
See how they're doing the ladder climb?
A little slower pace, but no slipping, so that helps. They've got a slower pace working than the other teams that you can see. The rhythm isn't really there. You can see guys holding buckets longer than what they need to pass to the next guy.
We got a special.
But
Hold up.
to Hamlin's defense there, they only had 5 guys filling too.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't have a bottom man on the ground passing.
Time for Hamlin. 32.73.
Okay, I think they got the okay now. Here we
Oh,
go.
there they go.
Nice smooth climb. Positioned
Bucket
okay.
right there, okay.
Well, dropped one. From the first man on the ladder to the second man.
Gotta get the water inside the barrel.
Right. The 55-gallon drum, but they've got the sensors in the barrel set at 45.
Right. So that's why they'll stop the clock is once they get to the 45.
Hold up, hold up.
We'll see what they've got. A drop bucket and spill in the water will probably hurt them a little bit here.
Time for third, 34.29, 34.29.
You can honestly say at this point that Spencerport has won the tournament. And I think that was Main Transit.
Main Transit and Point Pleasant ended up tied.
Tied for second. 32 points.
Third place, 3 point, Point Pleasant. Second place, 4 points, Main Transit.
With 13 points.
First place, 5 points, with time of 21.61. Spencerport Red Onions
with 8 and Hamlin with 6. So Spencerport came back when they needed to win that bucket race and sort of helped with Main Transit with the time they ran because they bumped Point Pleasant down to third, or Point Pleasant and Spencerport could have ended up tied for the day.
Yes.
But
we're going to give credit to Spencerport for overcoming that disqualification earlier on when they looked like they may have had a state record going.
Right.
And they came up with a big fat 0, but they came right back and won the next race and did well the rest of the day.
Right. Also, again, Point Pleasant with 32 and Main Transit with 32. Only put them 1 point down for today, but again, it keeps them close for the year.
Yes.
So that's one thing you definitely don't want as a team to start walking away with it. As the end of the year goes on, you're pretty much out of it. So you want to keep close, and you want to win some of these races for the. Because like I say, each race has an individual trophy at the end of the year.
That's right.
And you want to try to get a couple of them too. So even if you can't win the year, you can maybe walk home with a couple of nice yearly trophies, which are really nice sized trophies.
Well, I think Terry, it was a pleasure working with you today.
Same Russ.
Appreciate the knowledge that you brought forth and all the little ins and outs of these races.
Yeah.
I hope the camera work was able to pick up some of these points that you made. I'm sure they have. You and I made a good team here.
Yeah, maybe we can come back for points tournament.
Well, that could be. We'll have to see what they say. On behalf of Irondequoit Cable Access Television, I want to thank you folks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this production of the first benefit drill hosted here at Point Pleasant under the auspices really of Seabreeze. They really put it together.
Right. Really, I think it's the Irondequoit Fire Prevention Group that put it together. But Jeff Champion, the chief of Seabreeze, was pretty much worked with the drill teams and all that to get this part of it going.
Right.
You know, so yes, Seabreeze and Jeff Champion especially really did a lot to get this going.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, and we'll be off. Thank you. We're off.